Hey, come on in. Today I'm going to be giving you a minimalist bedroom tour that, at least to me, feels cozy and tidy, even though we're currently sharing this space with a newborn. So come on. Okay, so the first thing that we see when we come from the door is this gorgeous painting right on the wall. And this painting, my husband actually saved it. It was on the side of a curve of a thrift store that was going out of business. And being that my husband has painted himself, he felt so sad for this beautiful painting that it's sad to see something that somebody put so many hours of work into that's not being appreciated. So ever since then, it has lived in our bedroom, no matter where we've lived. But the colors from this painting is kind of what helped me get inspiration for the rest of the bedroom. So you'll kind of see tidbits of colors like the burnt oranges here, the blues, the greens, the browns, just nature inspired all throughout the bedroom. So of course the main focus in a bedroom is the bed, obviously. So this bed is one I'm super proud of because my husband made it. I kind of helped with a little bit, but I mean, he did the work. I basically drew out the plan and told him this is the kind of bed that I want, and he was able to make that happen. So it's really special to me for that reason. But we went as a family to pick up the wood at a local sawmill, sanded it, put the polyurethane so it's really smooth to the touch. So I'm really, really happy for it because it also brings a memory along with it rather than just a physical object that everybody else has. I mean, there's none other like it because we made it. And it's not perfect. We made mistakes on it because this was the first time that he actually built something like this. I've pointed it out before, like that spot right there. It's actually a mistake because we kind of goofed on where the legs should have been facing. So we just kind of filled it in with some epoxy and made it work. So this chair over here, it's not a permanent piece in this room. I actually brought it over from the living room. I really wanted to have a place to be able to sit and feed our baby because I'm a crazy sleeper. I wasn't doing the whole feeding her in the bed because we were just not going to go there. That was just, I knew that could be a dangerous situation for me, being such a crazy sleeper and then crazy sleep deprived. Like, no. So this chair is staying here for a while, but it's not going to stay because there's not a whole lot of room. We've stubbed our feet. Is that what you say? Stumped? Whatever. We've hurt our feet on this bed with the corner here. And then also it breaks every rule of feng shui. Not that I know anything about feng shui, but the birds and the monkeys can definitely attack you from in there. Like if you're sitting over here, you feel like you have to kind of watch your back. Although that's not a problem for me, being sleep deprived. You don't really care. You don't really care what is behind you. You just want to sleep. So this provides me a good, comfortable spot to sit and feed my baby. It does the job, but it will definitely be leaving, hopefully, once she's sleeping through the night, which I hope will be soon, my child. And this actually has a cover. This is the same chair that we've had ever since we got married 9 years ago, but styles change. You know, when we first got married, I had never lived by myself, so I had never had the opportunity to experiment, to learn about like design styles or what worked for me, what I like. So I had the great idea to get a sofa that had a pattern on it with white. What I was thinking, I don't know. What was I thinking? Getting something with white for furniture, having children. The amount of nastiness that I've had to clean up with this. I used to rent the little vacuum machines, the carpet upholstery cleaners from Home Depot. And recently my friend recommended the little green machine. I am so excited that I've tried this. I highly recommend it. And I'll leave a link down in the description because it has made my cleaning so much faster and so much easier. And now I don't have to keep renting that machine from Home Depot all the time. So I highly recommend it. But despite all that, I'm definitely not getting a white sofa or something with white as far as a sofa ever again. It was a horrible mistake. It had gotten disgusting. I don't even know if I kept footage, honestly, because it was just really embarrassing how brown my children made the little arms on it. So now we just have this little cover that I can throw in the washing machine. It's nice and suede fuzzy. It's just very comfortable, and you can't tell if it gets brown and crusty. Listen, I'm all about having a clean and tidy home, but with less work. So this does the job. Okay, and my favorite part of the room is this little corner here. This would be my corner, my side of the bed. And I specifically did a few changes to make it more nature inspired because again, I love nature. So I have some of my favorite plants. I love snake plants. I saw a video from a girl. I'm gonna have to post her because I love the way that she makes her videos on design. But she talks about how spiky plants are not necessarily cozy because they're pointy like daggers, like spears, like knives. My poor Snakey. Don't be insulted, Snakey. You are cozy, at least for me anyways. So I have my favorite plants over here. I've got my Bible. I've got all of my pumping stuff here. This is like my little station because I have to get in and out of the bed to use this station often. What I ended up doing was creating a vision board for the very first time. I have never had a vision board before, and I was so excited because I've struggled with postpartum depression before, but I really, instead of just thinking of wanting to avoid thinking negative things, to focus on thinking beautiful things. And the Bible verse that I have on here on this vision board that kind of completely describes that is Philippians 4 verse 8. It says, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think of such things. That is what I want for my life. I want to think about all the good things that I want to be instead of fearing and living in the past. So I have this beside me so that every night when I wake up, or especially during those really difficult times when I was kind of emotional, because it's very normal to have hormonal fluctuations, that I could just look here and remember and be inspired. And I don't know how else to describe it, but it's really helped me a lot, and I've loved the experience of having a vision board. So this little space makes me so happy. I have my little Yeti mug. Now I know some people are for Stanley. I've always been a Yeti girl. My husband works out in construction, and it's just what we've tried and know that works in the heat. It works in the winter to keep things warm, and it works in the summer to keep things cool. So sorry, I am not a Stanley fan. I am a Yeti fan, even though Yeti has not sponsored me. Who knows if they ever will, but I'm still a Yeti fan. I'm gonna be honest with you, this little body pillow is very comfortable, but I don't like it. I don't like it on the bed. It's just such a big, bulky pillow. I think the bed would look much better without it, and most of the time I just want to like pop it off, but my husband needs it because he's had chronic back pain. So it stays. I would like to get a different cover for it. Maybe you guys can help me out with what you think would look good. So maybe like a rust color or a burgundy color or something with a pattern. I'm really not sure what to do with it. So if you have any thoughts, ideas, let me know. I'm not sure what to do with this body pillow. I'm not liking it here, so I want something that will hopefully tie in the rest of the room. And the carpet itself has like some rust color, some tan colors, so maybe something that could tie it all in together. I'm not sure. But let me also show you, I do have a crucifix over my bed. I've shared with you what prompted me to get one in a separate video, and I'm really happy I did. It was for a specific reason, but basically I had wounds. I had sexual wounds. I've talked about it in my video, my love story. And so this was this very special reminder that I'm clean, I'm pure, I'm not dirty, I'm not broken, and that whatever man has made impure, God can make pure. So yeah, there's that story. Just because I never followed up and showed you guys that I did in fact put it up there, and I'm very happy that I did. So there's that. But let's get to the baby part. I've talked about like this room is shared with a baby, and this so far is like the only space that we have with a baby. Before, I actually had one of those little caddies, and I'll show it to you. But I had a little caddy where I would put my like postpartum stuff, like diapers and baby stuff, and then like my pumping stuff. But I don't really need that anymore. Thankfully, I've stopped bleeding, like I'm healing. So I just wanted it to be as minimal as possible so that I wouldn't have as much clutter in the room. But I definitely recommend a little caddy if you are sharing a room with a little toddler, or if you just want more space for storage. Those little caddies are so helpful because once you finish using them for a specific thing, you can move them on to another thing. Like right now I'm using it for our homeschool. But at the risk of me just blabbering on and on and on, let me show you. This is basically Nursery. Now, I have never actually had a nursery for any of my children. Before, this is luxury to me, y'all. This was gifted to me by a couple of friends. I'm so thankful for them that they got this for me. It's been so helpful. Thank you if you're watching this. Before, honestly, I just put my kids in their own twin beds with rails, and that's just where they would stay. Like when they were little, I had a floor bed, like a mattress on the floor, and then I transitioned it to a twin bed and we put the rail on. Like I didn't have to buy things for transitional periods. She's actually sleeping in there right now. So this is really helpful because I can just like change her in here. We've got diapers in there, and like once she's past the bassinet stage, which will probably be very soon, I have very big babies, then we can remove that and have like the little play area where she can sleep. And then we can transition to the twin bed with siblings. I have so enjoyed having this little area specifically designated for a baby because I don't have to like go in another room in and out like I used to with my other two. I just have it like right here. I have the chair right beside me. So it's really very functional, but at the same time, it's not where it's so cluttered and so much stuff, like really one little caddy and my nightstand. And this is enough to have all like the baby stuff. I feel like I always heard people say like, when you have a baby, you have so much stuff and it's just going to take over. And I really haven't had that experience. I've still been able to kind of keep a cozy space that's still functional. It doesn't have a whole lot of stuff in it, but it has the things that I need to be able to get things done and to still kind of maintain it cozy, because I think the more furniture you add, the more stuff you add, sometimes it can make you feel more claustrophobic, like my previous bed had, because it was just so big. Oh my gosh, and I almost forgot to show you, this is the sunset on our first date, and this picture is one that my husband actually painted, so it's definitely very special. And I remember, honestly, I'm gonna be very honest, I kind of went down too extreme a path with minimalism, that when he made, because he made this frame as well, when he made this frame, I thought, ugh, I don't like that color. It's kind of an orangey color. I honestly don't really love red as well. I love wearing red. I really love wearing red. I could be known as the lady in red, but I didn't like it in the home, like decor wise. And I embraced it. I'm like, you know what? Like, this is beautiful. This picture really brings back one of my happiest memories. I mean, it was my first date, for crying out loud. It was a beautiful memory for me. And so instead of continuing to go down this path of, you know, having to have this perfectly decorated home, this perfectly minimalist aesthetic, I kind of went the other path. Well, I have red now, so let me kind of bring in other things to kind of match and go along with the red. So hence why I have a rug that has like a burnt red, rust orange, and also it matches the painting that's behind me on the other side. So I think sometimes when we do decor, we can kind of go a little bit too far at wanting to make everything look perfect, that it kind of makes it worse, because there's no feeling of it being lived in. And that's not something that I wanted for my home. I wanted, yes, like a minimalist look. I did want simplicity in my home, but I also wanted it to be comfortable and lived in. So I wouldn't have to worry about like, oh, well, somebody's gonna mess something up or sit on something. Kind of like with the fuzzy white sofa. Like, it has blue and white, but I'm like, I don't want that anymore. I just want something that's comfortable, that can be lived in. So this to me describes that. I hope that you have enjoyed coming along and having this tour with me. And if you have any ideas, please do tell me about this little fuzzy thing, this little fuzzy guy over here, because I'm not digging him. I'm not digging him, and he has to live here because he has to. He's a free renter. But I want it decorated differently. I've actually named it, I'm not sure if it should be a cactus or alligator. Oh gosh, once you name them, they never leave. Anyways, I've enjoyed having you guys. Hopefully you've enjoyed this. And if you'd like to see something else from me, let me know, because I'm definitely going to be posting more home type things here coming forward. So we can do like a wardrobe tour or a kitchen tour. You let me know. But I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.